Okay, today we are playing a game on Dorado. The average SR of this game was 2,467, and we will be playing Winston the entire way through. And our current team composition is Winston, Roadhog, McCree, Reaper, Lucio, and Mercy. So very average, except for the Roadhog, who as of speaking is still not really in the game. So we'd rather not have Roadhog, we'd rather have a D.Va or a Zarya. D.Va personally, but Zarya would also be better. Other than that, pretty average. I'm fine with it. You usually have a different flanker to Reaper. You usually have a Tracer or a Genji, but I like Reaper, especially seeing as most games have a Winston and a Zarya in them. So, let's start the game. So we're playing Winston so we can fight the people up on the high ground. We're up on the Genji right now. Probably didn't need to put our bubble down right there, because it doesn't look like his team is collapsing on him that quickly to help him, and Genji by himself is not actually that scary. Now they're starting to come in on us, though, and we've backed up down here. So we see that they have... We've seen basically their entire team right now. So we see they have a Winston and a Zarya, there's a Junkrat off over there somewhere, and a Genji. So this is fantastic news for us because we beat Genji and Junkrat as Winston, so that's great. Now we are currently getting pretty fucked right here on the payload, and we just sort of stand there and let it happen. Because we drop back down. Because, oh god, everybody's there now, that's kind of spooky. So we're down here now. Full HP. Alright, now we're getting hit by bombs, though. Now we're really low, and there's a bunch of people looking down at us. Now's where you, like, turn and jump away, because you're gonna get killed just standing out here in the street, and we do, in fact, just get killed standing out here in the street. We just sort of let the Junkrat bombs hit us from the side, because we can see where he's angling them, but we just sort of stood there and got shot, probably because we were looking up on the high ground in front of us instead, but either had to, like, dodge those or just leave once we got hit, basically. So we're coming back out now. We've just lost our Lucio, which kind of sucks, especially since we're just getting back, you know, staggered deaths and all that. So there's Genji. We jump in. Genji's gone now, because, I mean, he's playing Genji. He does tend to just sort of leave. So up there on the high ground, oh, we missed it. Damn, feels bad, man. We do want to be up there heckling with the Junkrat, though, because Junkrat seems like he's probably the one doing the most damage right now, seeing as we are still on the street phase of Dorado. So... bubble back up, jump up here. Got blasted by one of the bombs as we were jumped up here, so that's very unfortunate, because we just sort of lost half our HP right as we arrived, and we had to try and leave again immediately. It's just kind of unlucky, more than anything else, that you get hit right as you're jumping in, because we wanted to jump in, we had everything up, but got blasted as we went in.
Just fucking grenades that drop, dude.
So, Reaper's bad, by the way, as we can tell right there, because he just died to Junkrat's passive. Reaper's got no excuse for doing that.
Guys, we need to start coordinating.
Reaper's got no excuse for dying to Junkrat's passive.
Yeah.
So, Mercy right there, playing with fire, but nobody on our team can kill her quickly, so she just sort of gets away with it. So we're not looking very focused right now. We're just sort of standing on the payload, spinning around, trying to hit somebody. And we aren't really focusing anybody, we're just sort of like, you know, we'll tase a few people, see what happens. We do want to be, like, trying to find somebody and bullying them to death. Probably the Junkrat, he seems like he is the one doing the most work on the enemy team right now. There's Mercy, we do want the Mercy, but we're mostly dead, so we kind of just have to leave right now. Here's Mercy. No, don't go back in there and heal up. You've seen you looking back at the gate, like, no, let Mercy heal you, let her get her ult up. Alright, so now we're trying to kill the Lucio. We've killed the Lucio with the help of the Pharah. However, we have lost our Reaper and our Roadhog. And here come the people that did it over there. The thing is, our bubble doesn't really help very much right here, does it, against this team? Because, you know, there's kind of like a Winston and Genji's just sort of like walking in. So we're trying to help kill this Winston. There's probably something we can be doing with our time, really, because Winston doesn't bring much to help kill another Winston, really. Our time is even though, like, the Winston is in our backline, we just killed their Zarya. We're probably better off looking for their squishies or their Junkrat right now. Well, I say that like he isn't one of the squishies. Because we don't do a lot of damage. We're really bad at fighting tanks as Winston, and we don't have any CC to help actually, like, stop their Winston doing anything. So rather than just sort of, like, tickling him a bit, our time could be better spent looking for the supports. Like, that's more like Reaper's area to deal with that. Also Roadhog, but Roadhog's over here. See, we could have been looking for that Mercy, and maybe she wouldn't have gotten to res right there if we were pressuring her. But, I mean, now they're just kind of getting blasted. Did sort of jump right into Genji deflecting the barrage, which would have been a very unfortunate way to die, but we have just about survived.
Winston.
So there's Winston. Fire in the hole's happening somewhere as well, in there. We didn't die to it. Lucio, not so lucky. But at least we survived. That's the important thing. Lucio already used his ultimate. Who cares? Whatever, you know. So we do want to try and get this Junkrat. We break the trap first. We got him. We got him. Great. Focus down the Junkrat. He's like their only real DPS, because like Genji isn't so good at like killing people. He's better at finishing people off. Junkrat's kind of like the one that's going to set Genji up more than anything else, probably.
Genji one shot. Genji one shot on point. Genji one shot on point.
There's a lot of shouting happening about Genji having one shot on the point. They're all dead now. Like, we've gotten it. We've gotten there. We got there in the end. So over the last checkpoint, it seems like we were just sort of...
Are we in a booth right now? Are we on the main
Didn't seem like we really knew what we were supposed to be doing exactly for a lot of it. There was a lot of just sort of like, spinning around, tasing a bunch of random people, and it was very unfocused. We weren't really trying to kill anybody, we were just sort of like touching a bunch of people, whereas we want to be focusing down the people that we're like good at focusing down and pressuring, which is supports and DPS. So Genji is mostly dead, but he's got Mercy on him now, so we're not going to be able to kill him. We pop our ult right there, which is very questionable.
Where is he?
I assume you thought you were going to die?
Dude, I got trapped.
Well, maybe not. Maybe we're going to go back in. I don't know. That seems like a very questionable time to use Primal Rage, but I mean, we've used Primal Rage now, so we're trying to bully them. Nobody's in very good bullyable position, but we did draw a lot of aggro, at least, during that period. So here comes Genji with his ultimate. Oh god, also this is happening. And what can you do?
I can't believe.
We were actually the only one that died. Isn't that incredible, actually? Because a lot of people deserve to die right there. But, no, just us. How about that? Oh, we've got an Ana now as well. That's probably better than Lucio, honestly. So, I like Ana a lot more than Lucio, personally. So, we're coming back around now. Winston's over here. Winston's really low HP right now, and now he's not really low HP. Now he's really full HP, so we won't be killing him any time soon. So again, this is super not our area. We bring nothing to helping stop Winston during his Primal Rage. We should just be off, like, trying to distract the rest of the team so that they can't really do anything with him. Because he's got 1,000 hit points, the Tesla Cannon, not exactly a huge DPS machine. We don't want to fight tanks ever, really. We want to avoid fighting tanks as much as possible, because Winston's really bad at fighting tanks. Just doesn't kill them fast enough. And they all kill him faster. Except, unless it's a Zarya with 0 charge, because, I mean, you know, getting beaten with a pool noodle isn't really gonna bother Winston that much, but any other thing. So, looks like we were trying to jump on the Mercy and we accidentally bumped into the wall. Feels bad. We can hear Junkrat ulting somewhere in the distance right now, and we're dead. Mercy does have her ultimate, so we're hopeful. We got rezzed. Great. So we really want to kill that Mercy. Oh god, she's got the sound barrier on her now, though, and she's, like, running around. Oh god. We are focusing her, but god, was it a problem. Jesus Christ, just keeps getting away. We definitely did want to focus down the Mercy. It's just very unfortunate, like, how long it took us, but a lot of that was due to sound barrier more than anything else, really. So we stepped on the trap, and we were just out of tasing range, which feels really bad. So we're trying to focus down the Lucio now, which we definitely want to do. Oh god, there's McCree. We don't want to keep going right now, because this McCree's got his flashbang up. We don't have anything up right now, and we're just still walking into him. We probably should have died for this, really. Oh, we did die in the end anyway. Okay, that's what we deserved, really. As soon as you see that McCree, and you've got no jump, no shield to work with, you gotta just leave, because the McCree is gonna, like, kill you before you can kill him or the Lucio.
I have tack,
so you just gotta leave. He's definitely gonna have his flashbang, because Junkrat... No, not Junkrat. Genji just changed to him. So, he's definitely gonna flashbang you. And really, we should have died faster. Alright, so we're back up here now. We've got Primal Rage, which is good to have. It's not an ultimate you're really actively thinking about using. It's just one of those ultimates that's good to have in reserve. Focusing Reaper, fucking hell. If you're playing Winston and you're focusing Reaper, you're probably doing something wrong. We were focusing down McCree instead, which is good. Now in the back line, feels bad, got flashbanged right as we pushed the Q, so it didn't go through. And, not to spoil it, but that's gonna happen again. It's very unfortunate. A lot of this game is just kind of like, get fucked, basically. as you may have noticed, we're gonna get fucked again in the near future. It's gonna come up right now. So, you know, we're waiting. We're gonna go in. We've got Primal Rage, so we're like, hey, we can stand here for a while. Oh, it happened again.
I don't want. They keep canceling my ult.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Feels bad, man. Happens. Very unfortunate for it to happen back-to-back like that, because it's actually a very, very small window that can happen in. And it happened to us twice back-to-back. We probably were going to get fucked the second time regardless, but it doesn't feel good all the same. So our team is still largely the same. We still have Roadhog, who we don't really want to have, because Roadhog's still not really in the game. I'm waiting to see what they're going to do to Roadhog to make him more tanky, honestly, because, I mean, Roadhog's never actually been a tank, has he? He's always just been a DPS that happens to have 600 hit points. And then people are like, oh, Roadhog's in the tank section, he's obviously a tank. Yo, he's the only one that can't build the damage blocked statistic. Don't even talk to me. Like, you know. It's like when people go, oh, Symmetra's clearly a support thing. She's in the support tree. Yeah, that's all well and good, but she's actually a defense hero, isn't she? She's not actually a support, but, you know. So, we're playing Winston still. There's a Pharah and a Mercy. English is a pretty hard language. There's a pharmacy right there, which is kind of a problem. Now we wish we were playing Diva because of that, but we're playing Winston. So, here's Winston over here. And there's the Genji. Don't really want to focus the Reaper. Fucking hell. God damn. We don't really want to focus the Winston, but Genji's over here now, so we do want to try and focus him. Oh, now Winston's here. Now, basically, the whole team is here. They're just, like, all up here with us right now. So, we're just going to tase all of them and see what happens, basically. Now, this is a very dangerous maneuver, what we've done right here, because we decided to jump right down into the street. I assume after the Mercy, but that's like a textbook juke right there. You follow her off the high ground and she goes back up onto the high ground. So, just like stay up here because now you're next to the Roadhog. You were never gonna get that Mercy. She was always gonna shift back up here. And now we're just down here next to Roadhog, which is very awkward. And we just have to wait for our jump to come back up. Now she's going over here, so we're not going to get juked this time. We're trying to get this Mercy dead. It's taken a while. Oh, God. Roadhog's body blocking us with his fat. Oh, God. God damn. I've pushed a button on the keyboard, and we've just been sent backwards in time. Oh, God. What a disaster. Alright, we're back. We're back. Professionalism. So we got the Mercy in the end. And it took a very long time, but we got her in the end. We are, however, 9 HP. So we're pretty fucked right now. So, you don't stay on the payload right there. What you do is you turn around, and you try to jump into the room behind you on the left, well, the right when you turn around, because there's a large health kit near there. Or, like, jump over the high ground part so that you can land in, like, the Wells courtyard and then pick up the health kit. Because you can't stay here. You're gonna get fucked. You gotta try and get back through 3 people. You're just gonna get fucked. You gotta try and get to that large health kit behind you, because that's kind of your only real option at that point. So, now we have a Mei, which is not really any better.
Oh, look, I'm invincible, yeah. Ooh.
I don't know what May's talking about, but okay. So, Winston's doing this. We just woke him up. May was going to wake him up as well. Winston's very upset about everything that just happened to him. Oh, God, that Roadhog nerf. Oh, just got shot twice by Roadhog, and we didn't actually take that much damage. Granted, one of them didn't really hit us properly, but God, that Roadhog nerf. So, Hog's walled off by May. Hog's dead now. Hog's alive again. That fucking sucks. So, there goes Winston. There goes Winston. Yes, that's 100% correct. Oh, God, what a disaster. Okay, there goes Genji. Can't exactly kill Genji quickly, because we are still playing Winston. Now we are bullying the Genji away. Oh, but then he just dashes past us. This is not really a very good use of company resources, because Genji is just gonna, like, get away from us. I'd rather we go over to the actual team and start disrupting them, because Genji's Dragon Blade is already over. He's low HP. He's gonna, like, fuck off and do his own thing at this point. We should go over and help with the actual fight over on the payload, because, like, Genji's done, and we're not that likely to kill him. Granted, we probably don't help with this, because we can see Pharah just killed their entire team. Pharah's not really our area. That's a bit above our pay grade, so that probably would have happened regardless, but we're not going to kill the Genji. We did kill the Genji in the end, but, like, honestly, it took so long and he was so not going to contribute to this fight after that point, I would rather just go and fight over on the payload where the actual team fight's happening. So now we're pretty fucked. And we tried, but we're pretty fucked. And May's very upset about people pushing Q, but that's kind of this game, you know? We aren't gonna get back. I'll spoil the surprise right there. Nobody manages to teleport over there and stop them from taking the point. So let's watch the play of the game. It's far. This is unsurprising. Damn, May went far. Alright, so we got fucked right there. So, things that stand out to me the most in this game is we do focus the Mercy, but during the start of the game we seem very much like we don't really know what we're supposed to be doing. Other than vaguely like we want to be fighting up on the high ground, because we weren't really focusing anyone, and then like Mercy came into view and we were like, oh, we obviously want to focus the Mercy. Really, we should have been like trying to focus the Junkrat more than anything else, or the Genji as well, but Junkrat's the one that was really like seemed to be doing most of the work for the early part. There's a lot of like trying to fight tanks, even though we're not very good at fighting tanks as Winston. And just sort of like, I'll just like tase in this area and we'll see what happens. Whereas there's not a lot of like focusing someone down. Whereas we want to be focusing like the long range people because we're the ones that deal with that. So it's like, Genji, fucking hell, god damn it, every name wrong. Junkrat, very far away, very hard for most of our team to deal with, so we want to be focusing him. If you want to help with the people that are diving on your team, you're better off playing D.Va, because D.Va can actually kill tanks within a reasonable period of time. Winston, I mean, you have to, like, send off a form to the Grim Reaper in triplicate to actually, like, get that tank dead as Winston. If you're gonna try and protect your team, D.Va's better, you'll actually kill them. If you're playing Winston, and there's, like, a Winston in your team, you're better off just, like, going and getting the Junkrat, the Soldier, the whatever that's, like, over there doing damage to your team. Because almost everybody else on your team is going to be better qualified to kill Winston than you as Winston. So, don't focus the tank down so much. That's kinda it. There's, like, target prioritization, basically. And there was just, like, a lot of, like, yeah, get fucked. You know, like, right as we jump on the Junkrat at one point, we just get blasted by some random stuff as we're jumping in, and then we get fucked. Self-preservation's kind of a thing, because, like, early on, we just sort of, like, sit there, getting killed next to the payload for a little while, and then we do, in fact, get killed. And sort of, like, over-chasing people. Like, when we got the Mercy, defense, that took us a really fucking long time to get. We focused on her, yeah, which obviously we want to do, but by the time we actually killed the Mercy, we only had 9 hit points left because we had to chase her through, like, her entire team. So it is possible to focus on somebody too much, because it doesn't matter this is important to remember, it doesn't matter how much pressure you're applying, as soon as you're dead, all pressure is immediately relieved. So yeah, you want to focus these people down, but you don't want to do so to your own detriment, basically. So, those are, like, the biggest things that stood out to me. Also, just, like, probably play D.Va in general. I think D.Va's, like, better than Winston in most situations, because she's just kind of more versatile than Winston, but Winston is better at killing certain people. Like, Genji is much harder for D.Va to kill. Anna is much harder to kill as D.Va than as Winston. You know, so it's kind of, but I find D.Va is just much more versatile than, Winston is. Winston, he can only really attack squishy targets as soon as he gets out of that. Like, he's not very good at defending unless he's zoning off flankers. And he's not very good at killing somebody that's got more than 200 hit points. So, I just find D.Va to be more versatile and better in most circumstances. Though, saying that, I think the best combo of tanks is D.Va and Winston, because it's very hard to deal with 2 tanky people diving on your face. Anyway, so, those are the things that stood out to me the most in this game. What a disaster this was, all around. Good heavens. Oh, anyway, thank you very much for watching if you did. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, I'm more than happy to answer, and I hope you found the video helpful. God, English is a hard language.